Effortless manifestation. Is it real? Let's talk about it. Before I answer that question, I want to kind of dissect the human psychology for a moment. And why do we even want an effortless desire? Why do we want something to come into our life effortlessly? And I have a theory on this. It's the fact and the idea that we come to Earth school and Earth is hard, right? We're taught that we have to work hard to receive what we want. And we're used to, maybe we may not remember it, but our subconscious is still there and our soul is still there, and our soul still has this remembrance that we were once in this endless reality. We were once just a soul. We were once with the creator. And we came down into this earth, into density, and we're now having to work for things when we just got everything for free and so easy, and it was so effortless and loving, and now we're shrunken into this vessel where life is pretty hard over here. And so it makes sense that naturally we're gonna want to try to get back to our essence. We're gonna want to get back to the truth of who we are in our soul, which is this effortless reality, this effortless manifestation. And Kabbalah talks about this. In the endless world, it was a perfect harmony. The creator is constantly giving to us, and we're constantly as souls receiving this endless love, this endless light, this endless energy for free. It was free energy. It was free light. We just didn't have to work for it. We didn't have to do anything for it. It was just given to us. But when we come into this form, we come into the earthly realm where we're going through this process. We're here for a soul's evolution. Okay, I know I'm getting deep on y'all and we're a minute in, but listen, we come here for a purpose. And a part of this human experience, a part of the way this world works, is there is physicality involved. There is a level of effort that is involved that we must put forth. Now, the question then becomes, what kind of effort is necessary of us to call in our desires? Because on some level, we do need some kind of effort, some sort of action that we need to take to call in our desires. For example, if I want to be a famous YouTuber, I can't just say I'm a famous YouTuber, and it's just gonna poof manifest just like that. I'm gonna have to put in some sort of effort, actually setting up the camera and actually getting ready and having the skills and the, building up to that, doing the editing, doing all the things I need to do practically to put in some kind of effort to get the results. But we can make this effort not effortless, because it's not what we're talking about here when we say effortless manifestation. We mean as least resistance as possible. We mean it doesn't have to be dreadful and it doesn't have to be hard. We can put in action. That's where you hear the term aligned action or aligned efforts. We can put in aligned effort and manifest beautiful results. It doesn't have to be you're working so hard, you're working so much, but there's some sort of effort that needs to be applied, and we can make that feel aligned and fun and easy and flowy. But now the question then becomes, how do we do that? Yeah, so that's what this video is about. How can we get to that point where the action that we do take, the efforts that we do make in this life are fun, are effortless. We raise our consciousness to that level where it's we want to show up. We want to do the aligned steps that's necessary for us to call in the dream job, the dream body, the dream career, the dream partner, the dream finances, the freedom. There are ways that we can go about this where it's free and effortless. And let's talk about it today in this video, how we can do just that. Stay tuned. Hey Soul Fam, welcome to the channel. I'm Rosa, and if this is the first time that you're seeing my face, then welcome. It is such a blessing that you're here on this channel today. The last thing that I want for you is to see videos of manifestation coaches talking about how manifestation is effortless, and then you beating yourself up because you're ah, shit, it doesn't feel effortless for me. Sometimes things happen for me and I can manifest things really quick and easy, but other times I have more resistance and is there something wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? Manifestation should be effortless. I want to say and just validate you first and foremost, that's okay. And it's a part of life to have these ebbs and flows. So I'm just saying this to reassure you and validate you. You're not crazy. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just simply going through the human process. This is what we're here for. We have these ebbs and flows, and we can learn to slowly but surely evolve to higher and higher levels where we don't have the same challenges. We don't have the same hardships that we did when we first started on our journey, because we gain awareness and we grow as humans. But there's nothing wrong with you. So get rid of whatever belief is telling you if you can't manifest effortlessly, there's something wrong with you. No. But what there is here is an opportunity to dive deeper into yourself, to dive deeper into your creation powers and make the actions easier and feel more aligned and more effortless for you. The person on the other side of the screen who's most likely an amazing coach, they still have uncertainties. They still have resistance. I still go through resistance. I still go through my ego is constantly challenging me. And no matter what level of light and elevation you get to, your ego is gonna match you there, okay? You you best believe it, but what we need to do is make sure that the light is louder than the dark. The dark, we don't want to ignore it. We don't want to pretend it's not there, because then what it does is it subconsciously manifests in our life over and over again. We're avoiding it, but then therefore it's going to run over our subconscious mind, and it's going to show up in the way that we act and the way that we go about this life. So we need to be aware of it and say, okay, I see you, ego. I see you, these like negative thoughts and these beliefs that are not serving me, and this, this resistance that I'm facing. We need to see it, but then say, I also have the side of me that is light. I also have the side of me that is motivated, excited, inspired, full of light, connected to the creator. And this is the voice I'm going to listen to. I hear both. I do. Even like filming this video today, before I came to sit down and film, I was feeling resistance. It wasn't effortless for me. And usually before I do something very powerful and very strong and very positive, I will get resistance. And today, as I was walking here today to come here and sit down and film this video, I said to myself, and I said to that voice who I call the meanie head, because it's mean and it's in our head, constantly trying to bring us down, bring us away from our purpose, away from the light. It was saying to me, like, don't film. Like, you don't need to film today. You can film it tomorrow. And we all know how that goes. Filming tomorrow turns into, well, I'll film tomorrow again. No, I'll actually film tomorrow. Like, I'll actually sit down and do it tomorrow. Like, I'll actually do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and it's like, okay, no, but actually tomorrow. Like, actually tomorrow. Today I'll plan it and like tomorrow I'll do it. You know what I mean? So like these things happen to everyone in every area, no matter what it is. Like, this is my personal example just today, but like I'm sure you can find ways in your life that this applies to you too and resonates with you too. Like, that voice will do anything it can to stop you, to pull you away, to not make it effortless. And it's our responsibility to say, and like this is what I did on my walk today. I said, listen, meanie head. And it gives power to like call it meanie head, to like give it like kind of make a joke out of it and kind of just like acknowledge its existence and say, I know you're trying to bring me down. I know your goal is to make me not sit down and film this video today, but I am not going to choose to listen to you. I'll observe you. I'll see that you're there, but I choose the light today. And this is a choice that we must make over and over and over again. And the more we do, the more we choose the light, the more we choose our goals over the ego mind and the voice that's trying to pull us away from our desires, the more we give power to that voice, the easier it will be to pull upon that memory and to listen to it over and over and over again. So it's our responsibility to reprogram our minds, to shift our state, and then to take actions as that new version of ourselves. So when we say effortless manifestation, what we mean is, how can we get ourselves to listen to the light more, to tune out that voice of the ego that is that resistance, and then choose the opposite. The more you choose the opposite, the more you strengthen that neural pathway. You strengthen the light inside of you, that you can do hard things. You create that new story. You shift your state, because at any moment you can decide to shift your state to a new reality. You don't need to stay stuck in that paradigm, that thought pattern, those ruminations, that resistance. You don't need to, okay? And if you needed that permission, here you go, okay? You don't need to stay stuck there. Like, my life changed, not when I was just thinking affirmations and saying it was effortless, but when I actually became that version of myself that I wanted to be. Like, I actually acted in alignment with her and moved in that way. And at first it was uncomfortable. It was not effortless for me. I worked towards it more every single day until it becomes more and more effortless. The more you're in the embodiment, you're in the action, it becomes more and more effortless. The more we let go of forcing and trying to have something come into our reality, into our life, the more effortless things feel. We mustn't try to force or control, but rather just allow ourselves to observe and to be, and just make slow changes towards our desires. You can manifest anything and everything that you desire, but by thinking it's always going to be effortless might be doing more harm than good. We should be able to observe the resistances, observe there might be some effort involved, but choose that you are more dedicated to your desire than to needing things to be effortless. That's my 2 cents on the subject. And yeah, that was a little message I wanted to share with you guys today. Can it be effortless? Yeah, but like, don't try to force it to be effortless. It can get to that point, but it involves some initial efforts to get to that point. It involves even some mental discipline to be able to reaffirm the story you want to create for yourselves over and over again until you shift your state. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. If you've watched till this point of the video, comment below a seashell, because I'm looking at a seashell in my room right now. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.